Every time you watch a movie, you may wonder how a fight scene looks so convincing without harm to the performers. These fight routines are choreographed and created by professional stage combatants. Michael Hood, Dean of the Fine Arts Program, is a licensed fight choreographer who teaches stage combat to theater students at IUP.
I guess my interest in stage combat began probably when I was in high school. I was lucky enough to be at a school that had a very enterprising theater program, great teacher, great opportunities, and in my junior year I was cast in a production of Harvey. It's a comedy, kind of fun play. At one point in the play, the character I was playing was kind of a smart-alecky young doctor, said something snarky to a pretty confident young nurse, and as written in the play, the young nurse slaps the doctor in the face. And my teacher worked with us to try to develop a painless and effective way to have that slap delivered on stage. And the reality is that neither the young woman playing the nurse nor I could master it. And rather than cause him any further pain in his attempt to teach it to us, we just decided to go ahead and do the slap. So every night I got slapped full in the face, and we were proud and happy to deliver something as startling and as realistic as what was actually startling and realistic. And we're lucky I didn't get hit in the eye or didn't get my jaw broken, etc.
Dean Hood has taught many students stage combat, but one student felt that it was his calling. Matt Smith, a theater student at IUP, found himself in love with the art of fight choreography after taking Dean Hood's combat class.
I got into stage combat by taking the Combat for the Stage course my sophomore year here at IUP. I decided to take the course, one, because the dean was teaching it and I really wanted to get the chance to work with him, and also I thought that given my wrestling background, I was a wrestler for 8 years, that I would be able to do well in the class, and I was right. I really enjoyed the class as well. I really think I kind of found my calling as a theater artist by being an actor combatant. It came very naturally. I looked forward to class every day. I tried to get to class early most days, actually.
I picked up a little bit of my training in a lot of places. High school, at college, at Arizona State University, some. A lot more at the University of New Orleans, where I did my graduate work and was also lucky enough to be a member of the Club Sabre team on that campus. I began to see the connection between competition / historical / stage fencing, and my interest was further piqued, and I took the opportunity to attend a number of workshops during that time, and then of course following that time in my career. There's also a great deal of reading material out there, but the major place where I have learned is with the Society of American Fight Directors, which is a national and international organization devoted to fight direction, choreography, safe practice, and with which I have been associated since, I think, 1979.
Being taught stage combat is very interesting, but actually having people that are less experienced than you, having to teach them what you're doing, having to break down what you have already learned yourself and know in your body but may not be able to vocalize, you have to break it down step by step and really think like, okay, how did I do that roll? How does this punch work? How does my arm move in this extension? And it really helped me improve my technique and skill in the art.
Stage combat has brought both Dean Hood and Matt many exciting experiences, such as a trip to China in which they both had the opportunity to teach stage combat to students at Nanjing University of the Arts.
So last spring break, I went to the Nanjing University of the Arts in Nanjing, China. We went there, we were there for a week. Dean Hood asked me to come along to assist him. He was teaching in a 4-day unarmed workshop. We got over there, we had I think 22 students, and we had like 3 different translators following me and Dean Hood around. I started the club because after the course ended, that was the end of my sophomore year, I decided, and I kind of knew that, you know, if I didn't keep practicing these skills, that they would eventually, you know, go away. And I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to maintain my skills. So I approached Dean Hood about forming a club that would meet once a week to just practice techniques. And it really kind of took on a life of its own.